Hello, I'm Steve, and this is my wife, Kari. We're the Troxels. We've been married for 26 years, and I'm an elder here at Fellowship Missionary Church, and just humbled to do that. Early December, I wasn't feeling that good. I'd kind of been wheezing and had this cough, and Kari had gotten an appointment with our regular doctor. So I went over to see him. The x-rays were sent to him, and he said that it looks like you have some type of mass there, or we think it's pneumonia. But the first thing he said, when he said mass, I thought, I don't know it like that word. He gave me antibiotics for pneumonia, and he said, then my other doctor, the radiation oncologist, called and said, make sure you get an x-ray after this antibiotic. And so we did. There's still something there, so through Kari's knowledge of the medical, she said, we need to get this a CT scan right away, and the doctor ordered it and did find 3 spots and found it was malignant. So we went back, and at the news, there was more in my lungs than the 3 spots. So they went from a stage 3 to a stage 4. But again, there wasn't any place else. It wasn't in my blood, wasn't in my brain, in my bones, or thyroid, or liver, or kidneys. So that's a blessing.
We're blessed in that.
So that's what we're dealing with, and so we started chemotherapy right away.
I remember feeling like someone had just socked me in the gut, and all of my air had just, I couldn't breathe. I remember being a feeling of panic almost starting to come over me. Thinking, oh my gosh, how could this be? I mean, this can't be. One minute you walk along the road and you're doing just fine and things are going along just fine, and in an instant, your life is completely changed. Completely. It's turned upside down. I think it took time for us to really get a hold of it. Immediately, Steve and I went to prayer immediately, and that was one of the things that I think kept us. But to be honest, there are many times where I get in that fearful place again, and we don't know what this journey is going to be. We don't know whether it's going to be an outcome that, from a worldly standpoint, whether it's a good outcome or whether it's a bad outcome. But from a heavenly standpoint, it's a good outcome regardless, and we have to trust that God's way is the good and perfect way.
This is not a perfect world. There is sin in this world, and because of that sin, there's death. There's all kinds of tragedy. There's people that get cancer, and I'm one of the people that get cancer. So what is my responsibility if I love the Lord? My responsibility is to try to use this as an opportunity to glorify Him and honor Him. If I try to do this on my own, I'd be a basket case. But instead of trying to walk that path by yourself, when you take His hand and just hold on to it and let Him walk you, not asking where you're going, not asking how long it's going to take, not asking why are you doing this, but just grabbing hold of His hand and trusting Him. And that's what He wants you to do. And when you do that, you just get a special closeness with Him that transcends all that understanding. I mean, I don't get that. Well, how can you be so peaceful? Boy, what an open door. What an open door. So there's an opportunity to proclaim that gospel to people that say, what? Why in the world are you so calm? And they don't believe that way. So it's just an opportunity that God opens a door for you to touch, to let Him use you in their lives.
In the midst of the fear that I have of losing my husband from this, and the grief that can start bringing me before I get there, I just have to ask Him to help me not to go there, and to really trust Him that no matter what happens, whether he is completely healed, or whether he's not here on earth and healed completely in heaven, that God is still good, and God is still going to take care of me, and he is still going to be my God, my Lord, my Savior, and I will still praise his name through that. And that just comes from a long history of knowing and trusting the Lord for who he is.
Yeah. There are so many people praying for me that whatever happens, I know that's his will.
We get scared. We get, panicky. We get, there are lots of tears.
Yeah. But it's still so sweet to be stretched.
Yeah.
And I just, just use whatever situation you're in to allow him to stretch you and stretch you and stretch you, because it just builds you and builds you and builds you. So his presence is so overwhelming right now that it's a delight. It's sweet.